Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove Paragon Revenue Group from their credit report, and in many cases without paying that debt at all. So if that's you or even someone you know, I'm confident that you're going to walk away from this video knowing what the next best step is to take. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't take action now. If for example, if you know or believe that Paragon Revenue Group, and actually any of the accounts on your credit report are the result of identity theft, or have a wrong balance after you've already paid, or any major issues that are really affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. And we work with a network of local attorneys that will work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. Or, if no issues like that exist and you just want the account removed from your credit report, we can help with that too. Just give us a call today. I will put our number in the description for you, and we can talk through this. But what I want to do today is I want to go through some of the most important questions that I get about this company. And the first one that I have here I think is really important, and that is, can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with Paragon Revenue Group? And I put this one at the top of the list because we get a lot of callers that are terrified that this could happen. And I get it, because a lot of, few people are really taught how credit and debt work in school. I didn't know the answer to this question until I got into the business. And fortunately, the answer is, unless the debt is related to specifically unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So don't worry about that at all. The other side of that is the amount of the debt doesn't matter either. You could refuse to pay $1,000. You can refuse to pay $1 million, and you will not be arrested or get jail time. So don't worry about that. So now, who is Paragon Revenue Group, and why are you seeing them on your credit report? So they are what's referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency. And what they do is they buy debts, unpaid accounts like credit cards, as an example. And usually that's for very cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount, right? So I'll give you an example. Let's say that you have an unpaid card for whatever reason with Capital One, and it's $1,000. Paragon Revenue Group could come along and buy that debt for just $100. But now they don't try to collect that amount. They try to collect the full $1,000 from you, which gives them a 10x return on their investment, right? So, think about it. These companies can make a lot of money. And damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is actually one of the primary strategies that they use to get you to pay. The problem with that is that, and again, a lot of people don't know this, is that paying a debt on your credit report does not remove the account attached to it. That account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, paid or not. So a lot of time, paying isn't in your best interest and could just be a waste of money. Now, in rare cases, paying the debt can even hurt your score. So keep that in mind. In addition to credit reporting, they may, send scary letters. They may call a lot. They may even call your family members and colleagues. That's not uncommon. But I will say, if a collector has ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you may be owed a lawsuit. So again, that's another case that you'd want to give us a call so that we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. Should you negotiate a settlement with Paragon Revenue Group? So this is a good one. Settling your debt with Paragon Revenue Group really depends on your goal. Typically, if you're wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't the best option. And the reason, because like I mentioned before, even if you pay that collection, it will remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time. Instead, we always recommend working with an expert like us to review these accounts. And, if certain issues exist, then the accounts may be removed from your report altogether. And this is a win-win. You won't have to waste money paying a debt that won't help your score, and the negative account gets removed from your report. Okay, so it's perfect. Which ties right into the next question: how do you remove Paragon Revenue Group from your credit report? So the Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. I will say that the knowledge required to do this is a bit more involved than it might seem. That's not to say that you shouldn't learn how to do it, but be prepared to spend weeks, maybe months, learning how to do it properly. However, if you hire a professional to handle it for you, you can ensure that it's done properly the first time. You can save the extra time. And that's why we're here. We're happy to take care of it for you. We've dealt with Paragon Revenue Group accounts many times, and they regularly have issues. And we've helped numerous clients deal with them. And we'd be happy to take care of it for you too, if you'd prefer. How can you get Paragon Revenue Group to stop calling you? This is a good one. So, like we were talking about before, they will be calling you if they haven't already, as an attempt to try to collect the debt that they've purchased, which it means that the only reason that they're going to stop calling you is if you settle your debt with them, or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. So you make up your own mind which would be the better option. Will Paragon Revenue Group try suing or garnishing my wages? So again, this is another kind of scary idea, and I want to be completely honest. Paragon Revenue Group suing is unlikely, but it can happen. It does happen. It's just in our experience, it's rare. And the reason is that there's a lot of laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win. It's a long process. However, if we're able to find certain issues with the account, they won't be able to collect it all, which is another benefit of using an expert. What are my rights when dealing with Paragon Revenue Group? So this is a great question. You have the right to dispute any of your debt that Paragon Revenue Group has purchased, period. Paragon Revenue Group is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, or FDCPA, and like I mentioned before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the FCRA. Now, these acts can seem very complicated, but they provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use it properly. Now, if you don't have time to research these acts, it's not a problem. You can give us a call today. We can discuss your options. And again, you'll find our number in the description area below. And with that, we look forward to talking with you.